Have you ever wondered why your vitality, energy, and self-assurance in the bedroom are not quite the same as before? For many men over 50, the hidden factor is dropping testosterone levels. This hormone is at the core of a man's vigor. It powers muscle strength, endurance, and, of course, performance. Although it's true that testosterone naturally declines with age, many men don't realize that the food they consume daily can either support or gradually reduce testosterone. I am Dr. Girag Mahai, and today I'm going to tell you about 4 nuts that naturally increase testosterone and maintain your energy levels, and 2 nuts that can subtly lower them. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which nuts to add to your diet, which ones to enjoy in moderation, and which ones to avoid if you want to feel more powerful, confident, and lively. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you stay updated with more valuable content like this. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on what we have coming. First nut, walnuts. Let's start with the first testosterone-boosting nut, walnuts. These brain-shaped nuts may seem ordinary, but they are among the most effective foods you can eat for hormone health. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, the beneficial fats that your body needs to maintain its hormone system at its best. Keep in mind, testosterone doesn't appear out of nowhere. It's produced from cholesterol, and without the right fats, your body can't create it in the proper balance. Walnuts supply these vital building blocks, ensuring your body has the essentials to create and sustain testosterone levels that enhance energy, mood, and sexual well-being. But that's not all. Walnuts also have a unique amino acid called arginine. Arginine is converted into nitric oxide in your body, and nitric oxide helps your blood vessels relax and expand. Better circulation leads to firmer, stronger erections and greater stamina during intimacy. This is why walnuts help both testosterone production and the performance it fuels. And the best part? You don't need a large serving every day. Just a small handful of walnuts added to your daily routine provides your body with the raw materials it needs to keep testosterone flowing smoothly and consistently. Quick question. Type power in the comments if you're excited to boost your energy and vitality with these nuts. I want to see who's with me on this. One of my patients, John, came to me feeling low on energy and struggling with performance. After incorporating the right nuts into his diet, I've seen a remarkable improvement in his vitality. His testosterone levels have balanced significantly, and his strength and performance are now far better than they were just a few months ago. I'm truly impressed with how small changes, like adding walnuts, almonds, and Brazil nuts, have made such a big difference in his health. It's a perfect example of the power of nutrition in supporting hormone health. Second nut, almonds. Now, let's move to the second nut that helps boost testosterone, almonds. These crunchy, versatile nuts are packed with magnesium, and magnesium is one of the key minerals directly involved in testosterone production. Without sufficient magnesium, your body cannot produce testosterone at optimal levels. Here's the surprising part. Many men are magnesium deficient without even realizing it. Stress, poor diet, and even some medications can subtly deplete magnesium from the body, leaving hormone levels lower than they should be. By eating almonds regularly, you're restoring one of the essential ingredients your body needs to keep testosterone strong. Magnesium also does more than just help your body produce testosterone. It aids in releasing what's known as free testosterone. Most of the testosterone in your body is attached to proteins and cannot be used. Free testosterone is the form your body can actually utilize. Magnesium helps release more of this free testosterone, making every bit of hormone you produce more effective. This means more energy, better muscle strength, and more dependable performance. Almonds also offer another benefit for men's health: vitamin E. This potent antioxidant protects the cells in your body that produce testosterone, shielding them from damage and stress. It's like protecting your hormone-producing cells with armor, ensuring they can keep functioning at their best. By adding almonds to your diet, whether as a quick snack, sprinkled over a salad, blended into a smoothie, or even as almond butter, you're providing your body with both protection and power. One of my patients, Michael, who is 52, came to me concerned about his energy and overall vitality. After we introduced magnesium-rich almonds and selenium-packed Brazil nuts into his diet, the changes were incredible. His testosterone levels increased noticeably, and he reported feeling more energized and focused. What's even more remarkable is the improvement in his circulation and stamina. These small dietary adjustments have truly supported his health in ways he didn't expect, demonstrating just how effective the right nutrition can be for maintaining testosterone and overall wellness. If you're following along, type 1 in the comments and hit the like button. Your engagement helps us create more helpful content just like this. Third nut, Brazil nuts. The third nut that supports testosterone is Brazil nuts. While they may appear simple, they are among the most potent foods for men's hormone health. The reason lies in a mineral called selenium, which Brazil nuts contain in higher quantities than any other food on Earth. Selenium is a trace mineral, meaning your body only requires a small amount, but its impact is enormous. Think of selenium like the spark plug in a car engine. It may be small, but without it, the engine cannot run properly. Similarly, selenium helps activate the enzymes your body needs to produce testosterone and safeguard sperm health. Research and clinical studies show that men with healthy selenium levels often enjoy better sperm quality, stronger testosterone balance, and improved reproductive function. But here's something many men overlook. With Brazil nuts, less is more. Just 1 or 2 nuts a day provides your body with all the selenium it requires. Eating too many regularly can lead to excess selenium, which could cause fatigue or imbalance. That's why I always tell my patients to treat Brazil nuts like medicine: small, precise, and consistent. Adding a couple to your morning routine alongside walnuts or almonds is a simple way to give your testosterone the boost it needs. If you're finding this video helpful, type 1 to let us know what's working for you, or 0 if there's something else you'd like us to cover. Your input directly shapes what we create next, so thank you for being part of this journey. Fourth nut, pistachios. The fourth nut that helps testosterone is pistachios. These small green gems are often underestimated in the discussion of men's health, but they offer remarkable benefits. Pistachios are known to improve circulation, and circulation is crucial for performance. They help lower bad cholesterol while increasing good cholesterol, which keeps arteries clear and flexible. Healthy blood vessels result in stronger blood flow, not just to the heart, but also to the pelvic area, where testosterone and performance intersect. But that's not all. Pistachios are also rich in plant sterols, natural compounds that may help regulate hormone levels. They assist the body in maintaining a healthier testosterone to estrogen ratio, which is crucial for men over 50. On top of that, pistachios provide protein, fiber, and antioxidants, making them a snack that nourishes the entire body, not just your hormones. A handful of pistachios in the evening can curb cravings without spiking blood sugar, while also delivering nutrients that aid testosterone production. Over time, this small habit can lead to stronger performance, more consistent energy, and greater self-assurance. Peanuts and cashews, nuts to avoid. Now, while these 4 nuts can help, not all nuts are your allies when it comes to testosterone. In fact, 2 common ones can subtly work against you. The first is peanuts. Unlike walnuts or almonds, peanuts aren't technically nuts, they are legumes. They are often grown and stored in ways that make them vulnerable to mold toxins called aflatoxins. These toxins can harm the liver, and since the liver plays a major role in hormone regulation, that damage can disrupt testosterone. Peanuts also have higher levels of omega-6 fats, which in excess promote inflammation, another enemy of healthy testosterone. An occasional handful won't harm you, but making peanuts your go-to snack daily can slowly diminish your vitality. The second nut to be cautious with is cashews. Cashews are tasty and provide some nutrients, but they are very high in omega-6 fatty acids compared to omega-3s. Too much omega-6 fat can upset your body's balance, leading to inflammation that suppresses testosterone. Cashews are also often salted and roasted in oils that further increase inflammation. While enjoying them occasionally is fine, relying on them heavily may not be the best option for men trying to maintain hormone health. So let me summarize. If you're a man over 50 who wants to naturally support testosterone, reach for walnuts, almonds, Brazil nuts, and pistachios. These nuts provide the healthy fats, minerals, and compounds your body needs to maintain testosterone. Meanwhile, keep peanuts and cashews to a minimum because too much can increase inflammation and lower your hormone levels. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated routines. Something as simple as the nuts you snack on each day can either help or hinder your hormones. When you make the right choices consistently, your body responds with more energy, better performance, and increased confidence. If you found this information helpful, subscribe to the channel for more clear, practical advice on men's health, prostate care, and vitality after 60. And as always, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. If you found this information helpful and want to show your appreciation, don't forget to hit the thank you button below. Your support helps us continue providing valuable insights and tips to help you improve your health and wellness. We love hearing from you. Tell us what part of the video was most helpful in the comments, and feel free to share it with family and friends. Your support helps us keep sharing valuable content that can make a difference in your life. Take care of yourself, because the right choices today can bring back the strength and energy you deserve.